All right. Hey guys, I'm John Shinholster, and that's Taylor Adams. He's behind the camera. We're going to try something new today. We're going to go through a disc golf. We're going to play disc.
What you think about that? Anyways.
Okay. Hey guys, this is the Elephant Room Podcast. I'm John. Taylor's behind the camera. We're going to try something new today. We're going to go through Old Colony Disc Golf Complex, and we're going to play some disc golf while we talk about Vanderbilt versus Alabama. We're going to be alternating who holds the camera, and mainly what you're just going to see is us play golf, disc golf, and see how we do. I mean, we're going to try something new. If y'all like it or don't like it, let us know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe for us, please, and let's get to playing some golf, huh? I'll let Taylor take over talking while he's letting loose the disc. No pressure.
Oh, yeah, same thing I did.
Woo! Hey, it rebounded off the tree.
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
It's on this side. It's on this side.
All right, so a good game this weekend. I think, we had a good game. We got off to a real slow start, but we made adjustments when we needed to make adjustments. I think that is something that we've been lacking from this coaching staff, so I was really happy to see that on Saturday. Vandy, they talked a lot of smack throughout the week. I thought it was great to be able to go in there to Bryant-Denny and just take care of business like we should have. Like I said, we got off to a slow start, made good adjustments in the second half, went really well. We'll get into it.
Yeah. All right. I think that we did pretty good, obviously. I mean, we beat them 30-14. Slow start at the beginning, but a lot of people said that, Vandy was still not a really good team this year. And I was like, I mean, they were 4-0. And, yeah, they didn't play really that many ranked teams yet. But neither did Ohio State, neither did Texas. And you saw what happened to Texas last night, too. So we'll talk about that in the end. But I think a lot of people underestimated Vandy, even this year. And they were going to act like, oh, Alabama's going to lose again, and it's going to prove to us that Bama dynasty is destroyed and gone. And I just, I didn't buy it. I thought that Vandy was going to be a tough game. I said so last week. I said that I feared them kind of more than I even feared Tennessee. And they came to play, because here's the thing. They beat us away last year, proved that they're a contender in the SEC, which is a big deal. Mm-hmm. And now they wanted to beat us at home for the first time since 1984. And they've only beaten us once, and it was in 1984. Or I'm sorry, only beat us at home once, and it was in 1984. Man, we're hitting trees today. Just let you see Taylor right there. Hit this nice oak right there. I'm gonna go and get mine. I'm all the way back here. Mine curved, but sorry about that. But yeah, I think that we did really, really well. It was just one of those things where a lot of people keep underestimating us because they want the dynasty gone. They want us to be weak and gone, and it just hasn't happened yet. Taylor, I'm confused. There's a basket over here.
Yeah.
And there's one over there.
Yep.
I'll let y'all see. There's a basket right here. We're on hole 1. But then there's also a basket up there right next to hole 2.
Yeah, that's hole 15 over there.
So that one's hole 15.
Yep.
Oh, I got you. I'm going to find mine.
Let them see the little 15 through the trees there.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, good. I'm going to step back behind you so you don't kill me.
My God, I'm so slow.
Yeah, so, that was a solid throw.
Name of the game, curve.
I really thought, that we, just starting from the early parts of the game, we had that interception. We really shouldn't have gone for it on that fourth down. That's really all I have to say about that first drive. Big thing was Vandy ran through us like a hot knife through butter for pretty much, a lot of the first half. They only scored twice, but, a lot of the first half, we had a lot of trouble stopping them. They came out, they had a really good game plan. I was really happy with the effort that I saw from our offense to keep us in the game, and not allow Vandy to really ever get a good lead on us like they did last year. Of course, last year we had, we got down to a 14-0 lead, deficit there, and we just never really recovered from that. Whereas this year we were really able to stop them from getting that big lead, and it really helped us to not fall out of the game. I was also really happy to see that we didn't give up, because in the Florida State game we got down and it's like we stopped giving effort. This game we didn't really see that. We got down, but we were able to respond. Our defense was able to come out and force a turnover to prevent it from getting down 14-0, and our offense was able to come out and respond with points. So we did a really good job in this game adjusting. We did a really good job facing adversity in this game. I was really happy overall with what I saw from the team as a whole.
And now he's going to sink this putt to prove that point. Or deflect a little bit, but that's all right. Yeah, it is. Well, I'll say this. I think last year, they beat us by 5, right? And that's when they were really underestimated compared to this year.
Yeah, and when we had 18 minutes of possession the whole game.
Yeah, the entire game. We almost doubled that this game.
We did.
And then on top of that, it's one of those things. Well, we kept one touchdown, or no, I'm sorry. We were tied for the first half entire time.
Yeah.
And we were even down 7 for a little bit.
Yeah, we were down 7 twice.
Yeah.
Like I said, our offense did a good job responding. Our defense did a good job preventing it from getting to a deficit worse than 7 points. So, I was happy to see that. It's something that we didn't really do a good job of in the Florida State game. We were able to do a good job of it yesterday. Still though, we can't come out and do that and get down like that. We gotta come out like we did against Georgia. We gotta put it together. Where Georgia, we had the game plan, we didn't really make the adjustments. Vandy, we didn't really have the game plan, but we made the adjustments. We got to be able to put those two things together, and we're going to be really, really tough to beat if we can do that.
Yeah, I would agree.
So.
All right, go ahead and take your second shot, and I'll just talk over.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. This game is one of those things where, whoo.
Not in the woods, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, it is one of those things where I would say that, honestly, it's pretty self-explanatory for me. This game, it was one of those things where it was a good game. It was a hard-fought game. And there's not much that I can say that we haven't been saying all season, where defenses needed to adjust, and they finally have started adjusting, which is really, really good. It's just taken too long to do it, in the way that they need to do it. And offense faltered a little bit, but this is our second-ranked opponent. And here's the thing that this game really proved to me. It proved to me that after a Georgia win, we can bounce back and still beat a relatively good ranked team, which last year we couldn't do. So I'm seeing progression. I'm seeing building a better program, even though it's slower than I'd like. And there are parts of it that are stubborn and not adjusting the way I want to. It's getting there, and that puts more trust, or more of my trust, in DeBoer and his coaching ability and this team. So let's see how I do here after that. Could be worse.
Yeah, about the same place where I'm at.
Yeah.
I went over the top. You went right down the middle.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, look, our offense did a good job on the day. Ty had another really good game. I don't remember his stats. I know he had, I think, almost 350 yards passing, multiple touchdowns. Not a whole lot of incompletions. The big thing for me with Ty was he had lots of instances where there wasn't a play there. There was nowhere for him to go with the ball. and he just wouldn't throw the ball away. And he took a lot of sacks because he wouldn't throw the ball away. And he's got to get that figured out. I mean, you know, we've had quarterbacks in the past that have had that problem. You know, he's a guy who's never really started in college before. He's never really played a lot of college snaps. It's normal for quarterbacks to have that problem when they're first getting into big-time playing time. He just got to get it figured out. You know, we can't be taking those sacks. You know, one of those instances killed one of our drives in a very important point in the ball game where if we score a touchdown there, that's probably over. The game's probably over at that point right there. Instead, we had to kick a field goal. Still inside of a one-possession game, they could score a touchdown and take the lead, as opposed to making it a two-possession game right then and there. You know, so just something he's got to get figured out. Hopefully he'll do it. I think he can do it. He's had a really good season so far. I definitely think he's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the country. You know, just got some things he's got to figure out.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'll give my thoughts after your beautiful drive here, or your shot here.
I have no angle. I'm going to try to just put it right through the trees.
And don't hit the camera.
Yeah.
Man, you're rebounding today, huh? That's all right, though.
I gave it a shot.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm behind you.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But, yeah, the thing about Ty, though.
Oh, you're in some mess.
Oh, did you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. I'm too tall for this. Yeah, I'm going to talk and then do this.
Go ahead.
I'd say that Ty has definitely some issues, but it's only really getting the ball out of, or throwing the ball out pretty much.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where his pocket aware. We're trading different issues for different strengths, or different weaknesses for different strengths than other quarterbacks that we've had. You know, he's only thrown one interception so far, and it was during this game.
Yeah.
Whereas Milroe, and I'm not hating on Milroe at all, but he would have thrown at least 2 or 3, especially late in the season. I mean, he just threw way too many interceptions, you know, and it's one of those things where I'm trading that and his pocket awareness that he didn't really have, right? I'm trading that for Ty just not being able to throw the ball away in key moments, which also pairs with the offensive line, right? And we've talked about this, with the offensive line crumbling the way that it is.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't want to blame Ty completely, but I also want to hold him accountable because he's not perfect. You know, he's not. We have seen him act near perfect, especially at ULM.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I don't want us gassing him up and being like, oh, he's God tier, you know, quarterback, when really he hasn't had the experience to become that. I can see it though. Like, you know, in his future career, I can see him being a menace of a quarterback. So it's one of those things where I think right now staying humble is crucial for this team.
Yeah.
We beat Vandy, we beat Georgia, but we still got a gauntlet to run, and it's one of those things where we have to keep this mentality.
Yep.
Right, and I think we can. It's just, how do we do that? Depends on, you know, how we go after this win.
Yep.
You know? All right, let's see if I.
Yeah, he's got nothing here. We'll see what he can get.
That's better.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ended up right around that tree there. That'll do. That will do.
All right, what do you want to talk about next, buddy?
Well, you know, we can talk a little bit about the defense, you know, about the adjustments. Obviously, they kind of started out slow, didn't really get off to the start that we would have liked to have seen from them. We were hoping, honestly, you know, even though Vanderbilt is a good team, we were hoping for some of the, you know, dominance there that we've seen in the past against Vanderbilt. We didn't really see that. You know, they definitely came out. It's a solid throw. They definitely came out and, you know, they had our number. Start off that first half there, you know, we really couldn't stop them. We really couldn't stop anything that they were doing. They had that big run on us for a touchdown to start the game off. Ooh, what do I do here?
That's a good question. All right.
Rather go there.
I'm surprised I didn't hit that tree right in the middle.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, they had that big run for a touchdown to start the game. Their second touchdown was basically just as easy. We did force a turnover. We forced Pavia to turn the ball over on a fumble. That stopped it from being a 14-0 deficit. Obviously they were able to score, and we were able to respond again. But then, really, the second half is where the defense kind of earned their pay, on the day. Nope, that was horrible. Second half, we gave up 0 points. We gave up, not that many yards, I would say. They had, obviously, a few interceptions. Pavia kind of let the pressure get to him, I think, which is pretty funny given his smack talk. Because, talking about if they play their best game, then it won't be close, and how they're going to dominate us and all that. But, it just, I was really happy to see our defense come out and put out a shutout in the second half.
I'd also say that Pavia, for me anyway, look, I'm not trying to hate on any one player, and I'm not saying that we don't have players that have done the same thing, but trash talking the way that he does, right? And then on top of that, arguing with a Bama fan on the way out of the stadium, like, dude, just take the L and leave. You know what I mean? Like, even if we're baiting you, you're the athlete, you're the professional, right, in that situation, and I think you should just let it go, and leave. But I think it was kind of lacking class, right? And say that's from the SEC, but guess what? He's in the SEC too. We're not in New Mexico anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to hate on anybody from there, but it is one of those things where people in other conferences act so different to us, and they think that we're old school and like yada, yada, yada. It's like, well, what's wrong with being a class act? What's wrong with letting it roll off your shoulder, turn the other cheek and just leave, take the L, have a good season, even though you lost? And don't trash talk people the way you do, or at least that extremely,
I, however, am not going to turn the other cheek, at least for one statement. Vanderbilt lost this football game because Vanderbilt football is garbage, and they will always be garbage. Let's make that clear.
We are not the professionals, all right? We're the fans.
Let's just make that clear.
There's a difference, all right? We can do it. We're not paid to look professional and be professional, all right? Now, if Alabama ever wants to do that, if our podcast and stuff gets that famous, then we can talk. All right, I'm just saying, as of right now, we are unsponsored and unpaid, which means we could be unfiltered if we wanted to.
Yeah.
So, in other words,
just want to be clear about that.
We wanted to shut the door in the Commodore's face. I think we did it.
If you're gonna talk trash about us, you're gonna get it in return when you play like that.
Absolutely. Where is this? Is that it behind the
You do have to wonder, though, was that Vanderbilt's best football game?
Good point. Terrible.
I don't know. I mean, look, did they play anybody? Is my question. I would say they probably didn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Virginia Tech's not that good. Yeah, they haven't really. South Carolina is not that good this year.
Yeah, not what we thought they were, at least.
We thought they were going to be better. Now, that's not to say they can't beat us in Columbia in a few weeks, but they're just not that great. They're not that good of a football team. I just don't think Vandy's played anybody. I think last year they won some games against some teams that were not giving them their best shot or who were just not good.
I'm over there.
And, yeah, you go to yours. I think they were, last year they played bad teams, or they played teams who were not giving them their best, and they got some wins that they probably shouldn't have gotten. And I think it's been the same kind of deal this year. They just haven't really played anybody good. Alabama was kind of the first challenge they faced, and they were not really ready for the pressure. They were in the first half, but the adjustments that we made were just too much for them.
Which is a first. That's ironic because we didn't make any adjustments for the first half of the season. But I would say, the thing about it though, like Taylor said earlier last week, the SEC bottom feeders, aka what Vandy is, is stronger than almost any of the other conferences' regular teams.
Yeah.
Right, and we're not talking about just their powerhouses, because let's say you've got the Big Ten with Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, right? Okay, who else do you have that are even contenders besides those three? And Penn State, obviously, was not that big of a contender this year compared to what people thought. And it's one of those things where the same thing with us underestimating us because we beat Florida, or we lost to Florida State, but overestimating Texas, overestimating Penn State, and honestly, might even be overestimating Ohio State and Oregon this year.
I don't know. I think Ohio State might just be that good.
I
Honestly.
don't, but they haven't played anybody that I'm in any way concerned about either.
I mean, they really haven't played very much of anybody, but I think
But part of that's the
they've
NIL
gone out
fund.
pretty well. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of like what I was saying last week about the AP polls. They've just been all over the place this year. I've never really seen them to be as bad as they have been this year. They've been bad recently. Hopefully they'll get it sorted out as we get further in and we see more of these teams. But,
That's good.
right over there by the basket. All right. Good stuff.
Yeah. Now, again, sorry about some of these camera angles.
Yeah.
We're trying something out.
Yeah.
Bear with us. All right.
Just having a good old time playing some disc golf today. Got a nice day out here. A little bit of clouds, but
You hear what I just said?
doing good. I did not hear you.
I said I'm in the bush.
Oh, you are. You absolutely are.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
there's at least
Y'all can't
one
see
of
it.
our-
Mine's right up there by the basket.
There's at least one viewer of this who will look at me when I just said that, and they'll be like, I know what you did. I saw what you did.
Oh, Lord.
Why would you do that, John?
Oh, yeah, that was not great. He's over there
poor
now.
Johnny boy.
Basket's over there, bud. What are you doing?
I'm fumbling like Pavia did.
Yep. Fumbling like
He was under
Pavia.
pressure. I was just sitting there.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean that's probably one of the bigger stories I think of the game yesterday is that, you know, Pavia, he talked all this trash. He talked about how they were going to dominate us, and then he came out there and he had 3 turnovers by himself. In fact, actually, no, I think he had. How many times did we pick him off without the one that didn't count?
I want to say 3.
So yeah, he could have had 4 interceptions in that game.
2 or 3, yeah. I definitely think.
He could have had 4 interceptions in that game, realistically. So, you know.
What am I doing? I'm supposed to be back here. I'm just acting like this isn't golf.
But
I've made every single putt at least
there you go.
with one.
But
By the way, I am not a professional at disc golf at all. This guy taught me this, and let me just put it this way. We started playing disc golf, I think our freshman, or I started with him my freshman year of college. And what I was taught was you throw it like a Frisbee, you try to aim it. How do you aim it? I don't really know. You just kind of hope it curves in the right way and you get it into the basket. So blame this guy for my terrible shot.
it's good enough for a beginner to throw it like a Frisbee.
Well, there you go.
You've only been like 2 or 3 times since then, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, if you're talking about real golf, right, I can show this kid up like nobody's business. That being said, I'm still like 90 or above, so don't even come at me with that. All right, I am not a professional golfer either.
All right. So yeah, Pavia, you know, he didn't play very well. I was happy to see it. You know, I don't appreciate people talking trash about my team, especially if you come and you don't back it up even a little bit.
True.
You know, even their touchdowns, like I said, one of their touchdowns was like a 60, 70-yard rush that he had no part in. So, like, even when they were scoring, he wasn't all that big of a factor in the game.
Right.
Which I was glad to see from our perspective, obviously, to shut down one of their players who's, you know, the guy to worry about on their team, to be able to shut him down is great. I don't know what happened on that long touchdown rush. I mean, it was like the ball was snapped and he was in our third level.
Yeah,
I have no idea
insane.
what happened there. I'm sure we'll get it figured out. That was a crazy play.
Yeah. I'd like to say while we're on this.
That is gone.
Oh, God. In the bush.
Legitimately gone. Like, there's no getting that one back.
No, you can do it. There's a space right next to you. Well,
No, that's gone.
how to lose
Yep.
a disc golf disc 101 with Taylor Adams. Throw it in the bush.
Yep. There you go.
I would like to say that the chain gang member, right?
What's that?
The chain gang member who got injured.
Oh,
Right? Yeah, Kirby. His name's Kirby. He supposedly is doing all right. He broke part of his wrist in 2 different places.
Ouch.
He might have a concussion, but from what I understand, he's doing all right. And I saw some posts about him this morning. So, but that's shout out to him, honestly, because being on the chain gang, you don't think about stuff like that being
Yeah.
like possibly actually getting mauled by a
Right.
300-pound or maybe not 300 pounds, but still a pretty big boy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
That's not an easy thing to do. I think it's going to curve to the left, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm not
Managed to stay in frame just long enough. All right. Let's go see if we can find mine.
Okay.
Little,
Come with us on this jungle adventure.
yeah, it's a jungle adventure for sure. I have zero hopes of finding this thing. I have lost several discs in those exact bushes, and I have never
Welcome.
found any of them.
Welcome
So-
to the Alabama Safari crew. I am John Shinholster, your guide.
Yep.
Here we are trying to find a wild disc golf disc.
So here's the only saving hope is that like it landed right at the top. So like maybe it got stuck up there and we might still be able to see it.
So it's like
I just don't know that we can get it down from up there.
So we're trying to spot like a.
No, that's getting up here to it. Yeah, that's gone.
Oh God, this is thicker than I thought it would. Did it land like right here or over there?
Yeah, go stand up there next to it. Go stand up there next to it. What's your height?
6'3".
Yeah, he's 6'3".
Oh,
That's
yeah.
him next to it.
You're done.
Yeah, that's game over. That's okay though. That's fine.
You know, I could see it from back there. It is on the top, but that's the problem. It's on the top.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's your entrance, if you're brave enough. Oh my God, look at this, dude.
it's
Look how
rough.
thick this is.
It is rough.
Dude, it's like a wall.
Yeah. Yeah, another one claimed.
Well,
That's fine. I'll give you one of my old ones.
oh, you won't let me keep using the
No, I won't because
Fine.
these that I'm gonna give you are gonna fly fine for how you're throwing it.
Oh,
But yeah,
keep calling me crap.
if I threw it like I throw it, it would have flown over those bushes back toward the driving range, which is back behind where we threw it from. So yeah, because they're old and beat up. Anyway, back to the game here. You know, one thing I did see from our defense is we blitzed the safeties again a couple of times. I really don't want to see us do that ever. At least not both of the safeties. I don't want to see us blitz the safeties because it hasn't worked out for us. I don't think I've seen one time where blitzing both safeties has worked for us. They got a first down on a play where we blitzed the safeties that should have been a stop if we don't blitz the safeties. It's just something where, you know, it's never really worked out for us, and I'd like to see us stop doing it. I don't think we will because we've done it in so many different games now. But, you know, I think it's not worked out for us. We should stop doing it.
Try again.
Try again.
Yeah. Throw
Back
your.
there. I was just going to go over there with this one.
That's what I'm saying. But it was right there.
What?
Mine was right there.
Yeah, what about it?
What are you talking about?
Oh, we're rethrowing it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that I need
I'm confused.
I need the disc you're gonna give me.
Yeah, here.
And then you go over to your magical wherever
Oh, I got you.
and throw yours. That's what I meant.
Well, I'm headed way down here, folks. I'll see y'all in several minutes.
Yeah, I'll narrate it. I actually kind of want to see this. We're going to take a break from your regular television broadcast to see this magical journey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely what happens when you play disc golf. It happens all the time. We usually play at Bowers Park and we get it lost in the tree line, but this time we got it lost in a bush or a hedge. Oh, that poor kid. Let's see if he can do better. Watch him lose this one. Watch it go into the bush. Oh, it came close. All right, my turn. I'll try to do this while. This is going to be interesting. Terrible. Quite terrible. You know, throwing this disc with this thing, trying to make it see what I'm doing is not preferable.
Yeah, so there's also one more thing that I forgot to mention about this hole. You have to go through the arch.
Oh, great.
And you can't pass the arch, otherwise it's a penalty stroke.
Perfect.
And you have to rethrow it from the position that you threw it from when you went past it.
You know, that would have been nice to know.
Yes, it would have. That's why I've lost so many discs on this hole, because I'm trying to set up for that shot. But
Well, I'm kind of like Talty, and I'm not trying to make fun of Talty, but I'm throwing to the left.
yeah, he missed another field goal in this game.
Now it's going to the right.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe I do need to give you one of the actual drivers. That was my mid-range. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, Talty, he missed another kick in this game, I think. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know that we have anybody. You know, it's tough to have a guy. It's unfortunate that we can't have a guy like Reichard every year, but Talty is not that guy,
Right,
unfortunately.
he's a good guy. I hate to see it like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's tough to miss those kicks, you know. Oh, that's another one gone. Cool. Yep. He just threw it up on top of that.
It might be on the other side.
Yeah, you can go check.
Well, it's not doing what I thought it was going to be doing.
Yeah. It's all good. I don't get to play very much disc golf anymore. Yeah. Another look at how thick that is in there.
There's no way.
It's rough.
Brother.
Any shot you see it over there?
I see a disposed vape.
That's good. That's the same thing.
Bar.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, by the way. That is illegal.
Yeah.
Other than that, no.
Okay.
It's probably safely on top.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
Okay, you know what? Honestly, this hole is a...
Yeah, it's a beast. It's a beast because of that hedgerow.
That's a word for it.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm giving you the disc. I don't throw very much anyway.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
That's fair.
But, yeah. Oh, nice. Today's going well.
Are we even counting strokes at this point? I haven't been keeping track. We're just doing it for fun at this point. How much is a disc?
About $20.
20 bucks. For this piece of garbage? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, it went through, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Me with the crappy disc. Got it through the arch. Yes, sir. Maybe Neon just doesn't like you.
Yeah.
And me, apparently. Neon Yellow doesn't like me.
But, yeah, talking, I mean, not really much else to say. That was good fun for us this year. It's been a little bit unfortunate. But, what can you really do?
Yeah.
Drop in.
Nice.
Other than that, you know, there's not a whole lot I really had to say about our team. You know, we made the adjustments, we made the plays, we managed to get a win. Can't really ask for much more than that. I was pretty happy with it. I was happy to get the revenge win over Vanderbilt. We got a tough one next week. I am scared about the one from next week. We got Missouri on the road next week. Missouri is not a bad football team. I don't think they're a great football team, but they're not bad either.
Right.
So I am scared that we might fall into the same trap that we fell into with Vanderbilt. You know, we've had 2 tough games. You know, we won this one handily, but like, we still had to battle for it, and we still had to, you know, overcome some adversity, getting down early on in the game. It's tough to recover from these games against a team like Georgia and go and beat the team we play next. It's tough enough to do that when you don't have to play 2 good teams back to back. You know, you had the great team in Georgia, and you had the good team in Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough to be able to do that, you know, once. Now to have to do it twice, to go into Columbia, Missouri, and play Missouri, that's going to be tough.
Right.
So I am scared that this is another trap game. And unfortunately, it doesn't get any better. You know, after that, we've got Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we are not anywhere near out of the woods yet in this season, you know, because we really won't be, because, you know, you got Tennessee, and then you got to go to South Carolina after that. And then you've got a bye week, finally, before you play LSU. And even then, LSU's good, you know?
Well,
I mean, they're not great. They were expected to be great, but they're not great. But,
Florida definitely helped LSU out this week.
yeah,
So.
they did. Yeah. So, you know, our season is just so dang tough, man. It would not surprise me if even after everything, we still end up. I got to go back and get mine, but.
No, you don't. Wait, what do you have?
Yeah, I left my blue one over there, but it would not surprise me if even after all of this that we've been doing since the Florida State game, we still end up with 3 or 4 losses.
Yeah.
Because our schedule is so dang tough this year. It's just so many opportunities for these trap games, and on top of that, all the good teams that you got to play: the LSU, the Tennessee, the Oklahoma. You know, and then to have to come off of those games and play a team like Auburn, or play a team like Missouri, or play a team like, you know, South Carolina right after is just so hard.
Yeah.
You know, I
agree.
just don't know if this team's going to have it in them to do that week after week. You know, I'd like to see us do it, but I just don't know yet. So that'll be the interesting thing to see going forward from us.
Right. I agree. In terms of SEC play, right, I would say that Texas got, you know, belt to butt. In other words, I mean, honestly, it was one of those things where they should not have lost to Florida. I mean, that's just kind of a fact. You know, they just should not have lost to a 1-3 team, especially given where they were, what they were expected to do, you know. So that was a very big upset there. Penn State, though, I know I just said SEC play. I mean, we can keep going with that, actually. Mississippi State versus Texas A&M. I'm upset that Mississippi State lost, but Texas A&M is a good program right now this year. They're doing really good work there, and it's a shame for Mississippi State, but I mean, they're still 4-1, and you know, they're still an okay team. They're not ranked, obviously, still, but they've still come a far way compared to where they have been. Texas A&M is definitely a contender right now. Someone to be a little worried about in the future. Nice. Man, you love them trees.
I love them trees today.
But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised about Billy Napier in Florida still. I mean, I know I've just talked about it a little bit, but the fact that Billy Napier actually basically secured his job by beating Texas.
Yeah.
It's just very shocking to me that.
Yeah.
We're talking about SEC play right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But besides that, and then Mississippi State, just because I'm interested in them and glad about them, or not glad about them, just glad that they've come as far as they have, even if they lose to stuff like Texas A&M. Other teams, I didn't watch very many other SEC teams, to be honest. I watched Miami and Florida State, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
That kind of ended how I expected it to, I'm not going to lie. Penn State's
One second. Look at this truck.
You know they're making that illegal? It's illegal in Alabama to have a squatted truck now.
How about that?
Finally. Took long enough.
Yeah.
But,
Hey, got it in the Mando tree.
that's
Nice.
crazy.
That'll do.
But, I mean, UCLA, an 0-4 team beating Penn State. I like seeing that. I know Taylor said about how Taylor said how he likes Penn State because it's a traditional team. I understand that, but for me, they're a Big Ten team. I hate the Big Ten. So I'm happy they lost, even if it's to UCLA. You know, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny outcome for that to be. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I was watching the score in the stadium.
Yeah.
Every time they would show the UCLA score, freaking out. And you got to come prepared every week. They had Penn State had that game against Florida last week.
Yep.
They ran into the same trap that we did against Vandy last year.
Yeah.
It's what I was just saying. It's just so hard to come back to those games, and if a team like UCLA is prepared for you, you're gonna have a really bad time.
Yeah.
Against those teams, even if they are really bad.
I agree.
Another tree.
Another tree. We are apparently tree huggers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean,
Let's go,
I didn't get to watch as many games as I'd like to have watched this weekend, but there were some upsets. I'm happy about those upsets. I'm glad we weren't one of them. And, you know, it is one of those things. It's just, it was an eventful week of football, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not finding much to say besides we have some things we need to work on. We've done what we needed to do. We won. We got our revenge, but we don't need to get too arrogant, egotistical about it. And that's pretty much what I've got, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look, we came up 8th in the new rankings. We're working our way back up into the playoff battle. I'd like to see us in the higher echelon of those rankings of that top 12 because, you know, that at least gives you. John throws a roller.
And it curves.
Yeah, it survived. Yeah, I would like to see us in the higher echelons of that top 12 ranking because that allows us to potentially lose some more game, at least one more game, and not be out of the running. That would be awesome. If we lose another game, honestly, with the way the SEC is looking this year, it's possible we could lose another game and still have a shot at the SEC championship, especially because, you know, our other loss is not in the SEC. So we'd only have one SEC loss. We could potentially make it to the SEC championship regardless, but I would like to have the opportunity to make the playoffs anyway, even if we don't make the SEC championship. So I would like to see us continue to move up those ranks, but that's going to require us to keep winning. That's going to be a tough task. So we'll see how it goes. I think that's about it for us this week. Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been the Elephant Room Podcast. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And we'll see you next time. Roll
Roll
Tide.
Tide.